Hi there, Leos. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. For those of you who are brand new, I do want to say thank you all for the likes, the love, the shares, the subscribes. I do genuinely appreciate doing this, and so I'm so happy that you all joined me on this journey. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into your reading. I always start with an Eloquy card. Eloquy means she who, for those of you who are brand new. And so we're going to see who Leo is showing up as in their reading today. So while I'm shuffling, I'd like to invite you all to the Facebook Live events. Those are usually on Thursday, but you can find the link for that in the description box below. If you would like to know how to get a personal reading, you can email me. You can check out the website for the pricings. You can also check out the website for my blog. And if you would like to donate or support the channel, you can also find a link for that in the description box below. So enough of the shameless plugs. So I'm sorry, but it's kind of like a thing. It's a necessary thing. All right. Let's get into it. Oh, that was fast. We have Rainy, she who hopes, love, hope, and relationships. Love is the bridge to all things. Okay, so let's look that up. Renee, she who hopes, perches on a bridge to get acquainted with the frog below. Even though she's already kissed a few frogs, she's willing to give it one more shot. She does not allow past disappointments to keep her from opening up her heart once again. Her crown shows she knows herself to be a queen already. She has no need to be completed by someone. However, there is room in her world for a partner who will stand beside her to support her and to love her. Renee believes in the sanctity and power of love. The message of this card is to never give up hope. Your dreams of love are possible regardless of any history indicating otherwise. When you are able to look back and see how every connection has brought you to this place, you begin to build your own bridge from loneliness to happiness. Always remember, you must crown yourself first. No one else can make you see your own worth if you don't already own it. Believe in love. Believe the lessons of the past were simply to give you opportunities to become the amazing human you are now. Your questions. What have I learned from past relationships? What kind of partner will stand beside me? What am I doing to attract the kind of love I deserve? Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Please show me the past for our lovely, lovely Leos. We have the Two of Swords. So there was a stalemate. Please show me the present. What is the present? We have the Devil. There could be something toxic here, or something that you feel bonded to. This is also Capricorn energy. That's interesting. He has all of the elements the Devil has, and he's taken them from these two people here. So there might be an idea that you don't possess the tools that you need, that they have to be given to you. There's something about this that's saying permission. So, what is the challenge? the Ten of Swords. This is disbelief. What is the guidance? Sorry, now I'm noticing like every little, the light in here is making me see every little piece of dust on my desk. The Nine of Wands. And what is the potential outcome? We have the Five of Coins. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Coins. So there's something here. I don't usually pick at this up, but I'm hearing self-sufficient, even if it's slow. There's a bear here, and for anyone who knows bears, you know that they only look slow and cumbersome. So not so much when they're chasing you. So yes, I've been chased by a bear. Anyway, so there is a sense here of building, of planting, of foraging, of understanding kind of what it is that you need from self, right? The Knight of Coins, despite the fact that there's the queen and then the king and then the emperor above him, if it weren't for him, nothing would come to fruition, because he's the backbone, he's the workhorse, he's the one who kind of drives everything forward. So there's this idea that there's this feeling of self-sufficiency here. And it may be slow moving, but it is self-sufficiency nonetheless. So let's look at this Two of Swords. We have a stalemate. Thank you. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Justice card in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So now we have Libra energy and Aries, or a fire sign. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands in the upright. So there is a balancing act here, but there is something that is very unfair. And that unfairness is sapping your confidence, the inability to make this decision, this waffling is due to a lack of fairness, a lack of confidence. There isn't an injustice here. There is also a sense of looking into the future, and trying to see what this has drawn from you, and what it has pulled into you. So let's look at the Devil card here. We have the World. So we're talking Saturn here. We have a cycle. The Judgment card in reverse. And the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. There's an assessment of a decision here and a recognition of a cycle. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles in the upright. So this could also, this is Taurus for me as a reader. There is very much a decision that's being assessed. There's also a looking at what something has cost you. Now, staying in this place, I feel, is actually costing me more, in the sense of I believe that you are recognizing this cycle. It's really interesting because we have as above, so below, but they're in reverse. So below, as above. There is an intense looking at this cycle. There is an intense looking at this decision. There could be someone here that is trying to come back in, trying to bring something back around. And I feel like for the most part, you're recognizing that this is a very toxic bond. So let's look at this Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords in this deck isn't so gruesome, right? In fact, he could walk away from those swords. All he has to do is let go of his hands. The Tens talk about mastery, and they break down to a 1. So there's this taking of the lessons and recognizing the mastery in that and moving away. But you have to recognize that you are actually free to do that. And this, in your current situation, is very true. It feels heavy and daunting, but it's a one step at a time type of scenario. So let's look at the Ten of Swords. Why is this the challenge? Thank you. We have the Four of Swords. The Sun in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, wow, you're being stalked by the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there is this material aspect with this King of Pentacles here, a sense of stability that I feel like you ended up in this Ten of Swords situation because you weren't listening to your intuition. You weren't recognizing what made you unhappy. You actually allowed this to happen. This is very much like just allowing it to happen, like laying down and allowing it to happen. The King of Pentacles, again, this is Taurian energy. The King of Pentacles is someone who would potentially lord their possessions over you, or but there's someone who's very stable, that uh, has the resources or the physical materials needed to create abundance. Um, yes, there's a sense of inaction here that allowed this Ten of Swords to perpetuate to the 10. But in that you have learned the lesson. I actually heard, or have you? In that you're trying to learn the lesson. So let's look at this Nine of Wands. Please clarify the Nine of Wands. Thank you. I like it when all three come out at the same time. We have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Wands in the upright. I mean, in reverse. They're all in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress in reverse. This is facing an illusion and facing what has allowed to happen. There's a sense here of not fighting, of not moving forward, of letting something just die. This feels like a stop in your tracks. There's something here that you need to recognize that you are still hanging on to. I'm hearing the final straw. So there's this crutch. Yeah, there's a real sense of letting go of control here and putting things behind you, putting the conflict behind you, putting the ego and the because here Leo is the King of Wands. The fear and the pain, the illusion. There's a sense here of choosing one. And it may have to do with again, we have Taurus here, this perhaps something about taking what's not yours, taking without giving, or manipulation in aspect to get what it is that you want. There's something here that needs to be put behind you. And you've put most of it behind you, but there's one wand left in his hand. He can use that one wand to lift himself up, so that he can put it behind him. Okay. Please clarify the 5 of coins. Ooh. We have the 10 of wands in reverse. Sun moves awful quick. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All you have to do is let go of the burden. That is what is coming to you, is letting go of the burden. And the 5 of Cups in reverse. I like that the 5s are in reverse. There's the 3 of Wands. There's a lightening of the load here. There's a letting go of the grief. There's something coming into you, whether it's help, but it's something to add to your savings. This is something that's going to add to you, and like a hopeful future. This is about what's coming into you and what it is that you're leaving behind you. So again, this is getting up and trying again, and letting go of the grief, seeing what is still there, seeing the 2 cups behind you in this 5 of Cups, and letting the burden go so that something beautiful and stable can come into you, and expecting that. I like it. Okay, so let's get a couple of oracle cards. Ooh, itchy news. What is the, thank you. We have Swan Spirit, number 60, time for a deep dive. Swans meet for life. What is the, oh, she went all the way to the floor. They usually just land in the seat. Yeah. We have number 1. Okay. Pain, adaptability. Okay, so we're going to start with the Swan Spirit. With their graceful, long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When Swan Spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness, for there is knowledge you are not aware of and greater treasures to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Choose to dive deep into your why. Ask the deeper questions of yourself. Are you led by the grace? You are led by the grace of Swan Spirit. Then we will look at Ain, Now it was in reverse, so the protection, not the protection, but the alignment message is what is the most important part. When you've set intentions for how your life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, etc., adaptability is the power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, is now invited to dance in uncharted territory. The questions to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are, who do I need to become in order to experience this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so I can welcome this amazing abundance? You may want to pull an extra card after your reading, as a message from another goddess may grant you further insight into your answers. Know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess, Ain, who can move effortlessly between our world and the world of fairy. Her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Your alignment message. Sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you are holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to changing circumstances when you are so connected to familiar conditions or an old identity. Or you may be too attached to the form of your desired outcome, and when things go in a different direction, you resist. Have no fear. Instead, love these changes. Be open and curious. Call on the goddess Ain to embody her power. Remember, she could effortlessly shift from one form to another and move between worlds without consequence. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve through your willingness to simply be with what is and allow the magic to reveal itself. That, my lovely Leos, is your reading. I do hope it was helpful. If it was, please hit the like and subscribe button. And maybe because you made a bad decision in the past, you should or could forgive yourself so that you can move into the future. I hope you do that. Well, have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye-bye.